So I will introduce our project.
Yeah.
And I think you should start. What is
Wow.
Refugee TV for you?
You are the boss.
No, I'm not. Not any longer. You are taking over.
Okay, it's an honor to me. It's a project that will give the other perspective for the refugees, and it is a bridge between the refugees and the other communities here, and to find the mutual points between the two cultures or many cultures, and can we stand on one ground, which is the humanity. This is, I think, the main theme of Refugees TV, to give the ideas, to give the real images, to give the real facts of this unordinary event or unordinary phenomena for refugees who come in this big waves to Austria or to other countries. And it is not just for Austria. We hope that it will be for the whole European Union or the whole European content, and then it will be an international. And it is an international now because we are from different nationalities, and we hope it will be bigger than this start now.
Very well said. What do you say, Newton?
Yeah, Refugee TV project is it's a project that showcase and magnify a different thinking and a different mindset of refugees, with refugees, yeah. And you know, most people realize or want to say there's really nothing good about refugees. Maybe they are coming for money, or they are coming to take our jobs, or they're coming for one or two things. But the main reason of us bringing up this Refugee TV is for us to show them that we have more things for us to give. We have more things for us to show, and I think it's a very great start, and we are heading somewhere, and better things and greater reports that we are going to also bring in through Refugee TV. Yeah, that's for me. Yeah.
And where are we heading? What are our goals?
Our goals to communicate. Our goals to make the as my friend said, to magnify the mutual points between the cultures, and to stand in one ground. And I think it's for all of us, which is humanity, and to magnify this aspect, and to act for each other in this aspect also, and to find what we can learn from each other. We have much to learn from you, from me, from others, and it is very important for people now to know each other, and then this is the world.
And I think people might be interested how we met, and I think it's a funny story how we met.
Yeah, yeah. For me, it's a funny story, you know. And I was cooking in my kitchen. Yeah, because I'm a good cook. I cook African dishes very well. I was just cooking in my kitchen, and I had someone knock at my door. And who was that? Are you Newton? I said, yes, I'm Newton. Okay, I heard about you, and I went to Taogao, and I was told to come here. And I said, okay, sit. I was already having something on fire, and we just said, okay, this is my idea. I just want to put some group of people together, and let's see what we can do with cameras. And I said, okay, I am good in cameras, and I have a little bit of concept, because it's not just to handle camera, or it's not just to be a presenter. If you don't have a concept, you can't really have direction. Yeah, so I said, okay, if we have concept, and if we have good thinkers coming together, I think we can make something good. And that was how he met me, and that was how we all started now. Yeah.
And our story?
Our story by a friend, I think, by Johannes.
Yes.
Yeah, I am a journalist already. I'm a TV reporter, and I worked with many different agencies and channels in Iraq. I am a journalist from Iraq, English teacher, and a musician also. So I have the opportunity from one friend, he's a filmmaker called Johannes, and I wrote some articles. David know Johannes, and Johannes told him about, and then he called me, can I meet you or to do some discussion for filmmaking? I said, yeah, why not? I wish, because this is my job, this is my profession. So we had an appointment, and we came. David came to me, and we have discussion, and I think from the first 15 minutes we set all the strategies of the making films and the reports, and okay, 1, 2, 3, da. Then after that we started the first report at the borders.
Exactly, yeah. And for me the most important, when I was watching TV and I saw the pictures and the images of the refugees crisis, I didn't know what to think, to feel. I felt helpless. I didn't know what to do, and I wanted to make my own picture. In German I would say, ich wollte mir mein eigenes Bild machen, and that's the reason why I went to refugee camps and I did research. I wanted to meet people, and I first wanted to make film workshops with refugees, because filmmaking is my profession. And then I discovered that there are journalists amongst the refugees, filmmakers, cameramen, and this was very interesting. And I realized that there are a lot of people, refugees, they want to express their point of view. And I thought, well, why not build a TV station together? And that's how it all started. And I mean, it was great from the first day on, because I mean, it's teamwork, and we had a lot of fun. And I think that's very important, because nowadays when we hear about refugees and when we watch the news, it's like a big tragedy, and it is of course a tragedy. But if you work together, you can find solutions. We need to find solutions every day. We decide what kind of story do we want to tell, how do we shoot it, how do we edit it, what's important. And so that's integration, and I mean that's learning for me as well. I learned a lot of things because he is very experienced, and so I mean it's
And we learned also many things from you. And the point is maybe
what did you learn from me?
Some German.
Honest, some German. Yeah.
The most important thing.
Yeah.
But the very important point that we want to tell people also now, even in these days, that you can't judge a book from its scarf. Just read it, know it. So we want to know each other, then you can judge. This is maybe now very important also to tell people.
And so we started at the border. We shot the first report in November, I think. October. Yes. And now we did a few reports more. And very different kind of reports. We did this story at the border with the refugees in the camp, and
from different nationalities: Afghans, Syrians, Iraqis.
Exactly. And describe your experience. What was it like to somehow come back to the point where you started?
Yeah, really. When I did the interviews, with each question, I remember myself, my trip. It was very deadly. And now I'm writing my story in 2 websites, blogs, Sart Bita and Fish on the Fleisch. It headlined by Warum Österreich. It's written in German, English and Arabic. And now I'm doing the 6th episode. So it was difficult to ask, and I know what to ask, because I know each moment the refugee came, or yes, in different ways, but it's the same trip to get away, but in different ways. Some hard, some easy, some, you know. So each question, and you saw with the report, each person I took from him or her an information of the impressions, of the difficulties, the sufferings. So I think we gave a real image, or it is not a good image because it is a tragedy, but it was a real image, really, and people really felt it that time.
But I've a serious question. A lot of people ask me, what do we really do different? What kind of story can you tell that another journalist from Austria or Germany can't tell? So what is it? What is the other perspective? Is it that you speak the language, that you experienced more or less the same? What would be your answer? Why do we have to do it?
Okay, for me, everybody has a reason, and everybody has your own fears. Yeah, the theme, another perspective, it's just simply all about another face, another thinking. Because as a cameraman and a hardcore cameraman, not all cameramen knows how to take a very risky job. Yeah, and in my own country, you don't really have a right. Yeah, I would like to tell anybody that wants to know about another perspective, as a cameraman, if you really want to take a difficult report, you can travel to Nigeria and take a difficult report. Let's see if you will come back with your head on your neck. Yeah, so it's another perspective also, knowing, yeah, him came from far, he has passed through the hard times, but so many journalists have not passed through what he has passed through. Outside him being a journalist, now he can understand what it takes to pass through hell as a journalist. So it's simply another perspective, not just a journalist that went to school, graduated from school, went on the set and starts presenting. It's another perspective, which is he has gone through hell. He has seen death face to face, but still yet he is still presenting. That's why it's another perspective. Yeah.
And why do we need to do different reports? I mean, we started at the border, but this can't be the end. So we cannot always go back to all the borders and do this kind of reports. Why did we do the report about the Krampus? Ayat did, from my point of view, the best report of refugee TV so far about the Krampuslauf in Anif, and I love this report, but tell me what is it about?
Yeah, I think the borders, refugee TV, it's like a journey, it's like a trip with refugees, and it started at the borders. Now, after the borders, what happened to the refugees? What about the integration? What about the people who help? What about the impressions inside? And the other perspective, as my friend Stuart said, that yes, each journalist here can say how you come, what the sufferings, but we know, we don't ask how we come. We ask why you come, when you come, and we know the details of each stage, so we can give the feeling, we can give the real image of these sufferings. Krampuslauf, it was really a good experience for me because I didn't see it, but we found many mutual common points between the two cultures. In Iraq also we have Christians, and we had to celebrate with them, and my best friends they were Christians in my district, So, but we don't have Krampus. We have the Santa Claus.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, really. But I found, and I think you know the report, and for the people, we found that this fear of Krampus, I get the idea and told David, fear can be represented in many ways. Yeah, this is Krampus, this is the presenting. But we took two refugees from two different countries. Both are from Iraq and Syria, and they saw this. One of them, he said, I'm about to flee because I remember the violence. And in the other hand, there's Nicholas, the good thing. So I get the idea that fear can be represented, as I said at the final, fear can be represented in many ways. The worst is war now for refugees. This is the other perspective. But also, good can be represented in many different and stronger ways, like Nicholas. And we found Nicholas in Austrian people who open their doors, who give us the smile, they say welcome, give us help. This is also another way or shape or picture for Nicholas represented by these Austrian people. So this is the mixing. This is the other perspective, I think, and I think people, it touched the heart of people. I get many good comments.
It touched my heart.
Yeah,
yes,
really.
yes.
So it was a good experience, and we want to go on now about integration, about the relations, about the cultures also, according and also by side what's happening, what's going on, and I think. I am happy in this refugee TV, and I think it will be bigger than this start.
What's next? What's our next report? What would you like to do? What story do we need to tell now? Because you know that the situation changes every week.
Yeah.
And what do we have to do now?
Yes, I think there's a concept I had some couple of days ago, and the concept was that, Mr. David has found me as a cameraman, and he has found Ayad as a reporter. There are so many talented people, refugees. There are so many refugees that has so many things to show, to give to Austrians. So I think it's right and high time for us to go round and at least get more people that has concepts on presentation, that has concepts on music. Let's use the word entertainment, because entertainment is broad. I think it's high time we go out, since he has found us, it's not high time we go out to find entertainers in the refugees camp, and let's see what we can give to Austrians. Austrians have tried for us.
You mean show business? Should we do like, what do you mean by entertaining?
No, not really a show business, not really a business.
Yeah.
Yes, let's they can't just watch us bringing report. Now it's high time for us to entertain them with diverse cultures. Yes, like maybe a single group from Iraq, a single group from Africa. Yeah, different cultures. Let's scout and get them. Let's put them together. It's all about putting more, what's the word for it? More colors in the Refugees TV. Because sometimes if we go on a talk shows, if we go on street interview, it gets so boring.
Some entertainment, like Austria searches the refugee superstar.
Yeah. Just like that. I think it will be good.
Well,
why not?
Why not? I have to think about it. But what do you think?
Yeah.
Besides of entertainment.
Besides of entertainment, as if I am a journalist, and I always looking for events. So I want to use what happened in Germany, and I think my next report it will be inside the refugees and their opinions about this, because they are many of them, almost of them, they are working hard to give the real image for their humanity suffering, for their feelings here. And some events happened, maybe collapse everything. When you build a building, it takes you maybe 2 years, but when you want to destroy it, it's just few minutes. So we want to rebuild this image again, and I want to make a report inside the refugees, females, males also, families. What do they think about this event, and also combined with Austrian people about their image now, about their fears, because I think one of the main reasons of refugee TVs is to clear the image and to get the fears away from both sides, because Austrian or maybe European people, they are afraid from refugees for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reasons. And refugees also are afraid because they are risking their life and they don't know what will happen, if they will be accepted or not. So their lives are now on the line, on the point. So we need, as we said, refugee TV is a bridge to understand and maybe to open many doors. So my next report, I think I will do it with refugees and Austrian people about this event, and like the VOP-POPs, and we will conclude with, I think we will get to a conclusion that, as I said, you wear a white t-shirt and there's one very thin spot, black. All the eyes will go to this black spot. My report idea, don't look to this spot. Look to the white shirt, and this spot maybe you can wash it, because it's not real. It's not the real color on this shirt. This is I think with this report now.
Yeah, that's good. So we talked about the content. What about how big do we want to be? I mean, we all together visited the ORF, and we thought we should take over, because I mean it wouldn't be much better if we three run the ORF.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
And now we are doing the planning how to do it.
Yes. But we don't do it in a violent way. We will take over
of course.
by brain power. Yes.
That's absolute, because there is no TV with violence. It will not be TV. Yeah, it will be an action film.
That's true.
But why not?
Yeah.
All the small dreams comes like this. Now we are met in your house, in my house, sometimes in the street. I think after a while we will meet in our headquarters.
In our headquarters. Yeah. And where should it be, and how should it look like?
I think
music, entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a gradual process. In Nigeria, we have this added. We say a little drop of water makes an ocean. Yeah, we've started small, but from the very first day you told me, I told you something. I said it's going to be big. Yeah, I don't look at refugee TV to be contained in just Austria. No, it's going to be wild, and I know within some short while, we are going to be bigger and we are going to be stronger, because I believe something. I believe we know what it means to be a refugee.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, you really don't know. You really don't know, but I know.
You two know. Yeah.
Maybe we have to take him for a trip as a refugee, and he will know.
Yes. And that will also come when.
Yeah. I can't laugh about this, but you can, because you made the experience.
Yes, that will also come when it's big. Yeah. So it's going to be big very, very soon, not too far from here, and all we need is for us to be together, for us to think together, because you can pick up just one stick of broom and you can break it. But if you have the bunch of broom, no matter how you bend it, it won't get broken. So if we stick together, within some short time from now, I think we'll be coming out with Refugee TV International, and we are going to go straight. I will do it, because I believe one thing: If you are not ordained to die in a war front, you won't die. Even though you see missiles coming to you, you won't die. So I'm ready to go across the border. I'm ready to go to the ocean, to the sea, take a report from there, show people what it means to go through the sea. I'm ready to go through every aspect just to show you what it means to be a refugee, so that you won't be surprised one day you watching also can be a refugee anytime. That is it.
Yeah, and he said it will grow as an ocean, but the ocean needs rivers to be an ocean.
Mm-hmm.
So these rivers are the support from people. And I think the main river we need now, not just the financial aspect, but the people should believe in Refugee TV. When we give them the real thing, they will believe it. If they believe it, we will grow. This is, I think, the main rivers for the ocean. Mm-hmm. And I think it will be an ocean.
So, well, I think this is it. It's easy to believe in us. Do you think it's easy to believe in us? We need to ask the audience.
If you give it from your heart, and if you say the truth, of course, the truth will reach the hearts of the people. Yeah.
But you mentioned supporting, so it's possible to support Refugee TV. Please support the crowdfunding. Famous last sentences. Yeah. Thank you.